Hi everyone, this is Salvi with your Vtuber news today. Before we get into the news, please hit the subscribe, like, and maybe even hit the bell notification icon, and let's get into the first story that we have today. Hello again everyone. I was waiting a little bit for things to die down in what was happening before I kind of covered a little bit more in the full rundown. I already did a video on this, pretty much a full rundown, a little bit of what was going on during the things when things were a little bit high-spirited, whatever you want to call it. But right now, we're going to go over a little bit of what happened. Today, we have, of course, V&U, who is the agency that we're dealing with here, which is the Korean agency, South Korean agency that did the whole asking Monoserafi, who's not alien mixture, 455k. They recently did start having a lot of graduations, about 5 so far, and right now we're talking about them with Tomomi Toreya here, who is going to be having a big part to play in this whole thing. And the big part that they have to play is that they did say some things that weren't appropriate. Now, also another person that has to play something in this is Spectre Liptina, who's going to be one of the people who's graduating. Tomomi is not graduating, yet they are a member of everything. Things got kind of heated when the V&U graduation schedule got leaked by Legal Mindset, because someone sent him the information. They didn't send specific times or anything like that. They got that stuff redacted. But all of the ones that they mentioned, except for Echoes, which came a day later instead of 14th, it was the 15th. Everything else was correct. And then, of course, they have the secondary leak here with everything mentioned there. And it says, I wish luck to everyone, whatever they decide to do next, alien mixture as well. We have Spectre Libitina, who criticized Rima mainly because she's the bigger one. Of course, she's the one that people saw more. I did the same thing, so I apologized in one of my videos, as you know. Maybe read the caption next time where she says, please do not reproduce the stream without permission. Thank you. And what she meant was reproduce, clip, or anything. Fair use kind of covers this whole thing. I did say fair use covers the whole thing, but I do understand when people don't want it, which is why when the final person that graduated, that was putting the graduation announcement, Echo, mentioned in their video that they did not want not even a clip of it, I made sure not to clip it, and I mentioned why I didn't want to clip it. So we had the issue there of this happening. Rima ended up getting threatened for this that happened because Tomomi Toreya right here says, why did journalists never do bare effing minimum anymore? Hanging and quartering all dramaturgists, which is a very, very dangerous step to do. A lot of people here, you know, false ID says it is discussing behavior, and a lot of people agreed. A lot of people say V&U is teetering on things like that. People were telling him to stop. All they want is the departures to be respected, which was mentioned down here. They don't want to be a part of any drama or things like that. Unfortunately, I don't think this is drama. I think this is covering what is happening. So here we go. The next thing of what was a reported post underneath that was absolutely right. All of you leeches could drop dead and nothing of value in the hobby would be lost. That is some severe stuff there, of course. Severe stuff marked there that you don't do that. So, of course, they were reported and the account ended up being suspended, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know the exact account because I received a redacted form, so I don't know the exact account. Even if I did, I wouldn't let you know because, of course, they're already removed. So we have that happening. And after all of this stuff happening, because, of course, Rima and Rima and Legal Mindset ended up doing a stream together where they talked about the situation, which is their right to talk about the situation before all the threats ended up happening, before all this stuff had happened. And then what ended up happening here is Spiritina's, she said, Spectre Liptina, I'm sorry for all this to happen so close to my graduation, but I'll be taking a week-long break from streaming to rest and play Trails. Please don't worry about me. Take care of yourselves. Why did she decide to do that? Because after she made this happened. People were like, sorry, I will behave. And Tiger Love, you're not wrong. This is taken from Rima's stream, of course. You're not wrong, though, when mentioning this part. This whole thing, the response to this message was, you're not wrong, though. You're a tiger. Sometimes you need to bring out the claws. Eating people should be legal sometimes if they're annoying and suck. Then you have other people from V&U. Mizma Rising says, was it 10Z? Horse down. Then you have people here, DK Graves, I'm so hungry. So that is, I guess you could say it's, it can be seen as hyperbole. It can be seen as making fun of the situation. It is not, in my opinion, professional. It is not good to do this, whether they meant it as a threat or not. There are people out there, like the reported post here, that says, basically, all the leeches should drop blank, drop that way, and nothing of value would be lost. So there are people that will take this comment here and go above and beyond. This comment was meant in a matter of venting. If it had just been the first one, as I'd mentioned before, that wouldn't have been an issue. But it was the second one as well. Then, of course, other people started getting into it, mentioning defense all content creators. We remember that these news people may act, and what you don't see about them, they run their business. Setting aside the current situation to focus on news work as a whole. Remember Princess Diana, basically Princess Diana and Bjork was a situation where they got into fights because of things reporters were saying. So basically, reporters were getting a little too far. Paparazzi in that case were getting a little bit too far. And that is what they're saying, Blazebug is saying is happening here. Paparazzi, or people like me, people like Rima, that they consider paparazzi, are going too far. Now you have the Delulu thing that I already went over in long stretches of everything, why it's not right. I'll go over it a little bit right now. You're basically victim blaming in this case, as I mentioned. That's the way I take it. It may be a little extreme for you guys to take it that way, but that's the way I take it. I take it kind of like as victim blaming because according to her, you know, Rima, who is a quote-unquote drama person, is acting like a victim right now. And then you have Aiden Mixture, who was a monoseraphy, who left V&U. She says, you know what's crazy? I have only been with SVA, Stock's VTuber agency, who she joined recently, for a week. And they have done more for me than Redacted, which is V&U in this case, did in the time I spent with them. How crazy is that? And that is one thing I want to leave you with. V&U did not do a lot for her when she was a part of the agency. That is the problem I have here. That is the problem overall with this whole situation. And I do want you guys to take a look at that and think of that when you are thinking of the whole situation. Of course, do not go and attack or harass anybody, because attacking and harassing is what got us here. Do not go and attack and harass. Things have calmed down. Let things calm down. I'm just going over everything. But of course, do not go and attack and harass Tomomi or any of the other members of V&U. They made that mistake. People do that in the spur of the moment. It wasn't right. Not excusing that at all. Everything was deleted, which means that they understood it, but it never should have been done under a agency contract and agency visuals. There should not have been done, and that is my main point here. Do not make those threats. Do not make that type of activity. I've never posted something like that on mine, and I am an indie, so I already know better. And I'm an autistic indie. I'm very autistic, so I don't know about social norms very well, but I know enough to not make those type of comments. Mint Fantome, as you know, is a very, very prolific streamer. She's used to be someone very big in Nijisanji and Pomu, but right now she is our favorite Mint. She is, of course, she did Phantom Thief's Revenge recently and things like that. So she recently also had a stream, which I believe it was this Devil May Cry stream that she's talking about, where she didn't do so well. She kind of went into kind of a self-deprecating thing where she was like, you know, I'm not doing so well, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if it was that one or another one, but she was doing that. And the times kind of match. That's why I'm thinking it's that one. And instead of like the community being like, no, you're okay, you know, we all mess up, blah, 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 they went hard on her. They went even harder on her. And even if it was joking, she says right here, I know we like to banter and have good fun on stream, but I want to remind people that sometimes things can go a little too far, even when you're meaning it as a joke. Tone doesn't convey well through text, so keep in mind how things can be received sometimes. So they went hard on her, and of course, maybe it was in a joking tone, maybe it wasn't in a joking tone. I would just assume it's a joking tone because everyone knows Mint. She went into a little bit of self-deprecating humor, which is basically where you dog on yourself. It's different when you're dogging on yourself and then when other people dog on you, especially through text. And even sometimes through actual speech. It could just be wrong timing, bad timing, going a little too far, that type of thing. It does happen. And this is just kind of a PSA from her and for myself to be very careful when you say these things. I do self-deprecating humor as well, and I allow it in my chat, and I'm ready for it, but sometimes even then, it can hurt. It can definitely hurt. It can feel like, you know, maybe I am shit, or, you know, that type of stuff. It can definitely become a feed into whatever insecurities the person has in their head. It can definitely do that. I'm not saying it happened with Mint, but that it can definitely do that. It says, I haven't been feeling tip-top shape lately, so I think I'm just overly sensitive, but I think it's a good reminder, not just for the audience towards VTubers and streamers, but also everywhere. Let's keep having a good time and knowing when limits have been reached. And I respond, you know, Sunny responds. Who cares about my response? More about what Sunny says. So I feel this and you're not sensitive. Sometimes chatters thinks they just having fun, but it hits the wrong way or it's too far. I respect drawing the line. It's really hard to do as a creator, but it's important. Absolutely. From someone, Sunny, who has, of course, had a lot of experience in a larger agency because she used to be, you know, kunai and of course from nijisanji en, she knows about, you know, people doing self-deprecating humor. She knows about people taking things a little too far, that type of stuff. So she has that experience. That's why I'm like, my stuff is meh, but hers, people who have more experience, kind of getting that there. And it says tone is difficult to get through text, and the more understand that, the better. The more I understand that, the better for everyone. Your feelings are valid. Edie Mike Tyson's, that one, that person, the legend, the myth, the legend of everything. Also gives hugs and a basically a heart. Appreciates that as well. Yes, that is my main takeaway from this. Be careful. Of course, no one, I don't think anyone actually meant it to harm her. I don't think anyone meant it to do anything bad to her. But in a situation where she wasn't feeling so good to start off with, it hit even harder. A small bit of a Holo meme here, or at least a fun moment in Hololive history. We have a frame featuring a pair of Me Comet finger puppets kissing for you. And her face looks like, how dare. It looks like, how dare. Love her reactions. Yes, this is just hilarious here. Of course, it's not the best quality, but this was during a stream that she was doing where she was checking out her viewers' rooms. They had a lot of stuff. She was also another one where there was a cosplayer that was cosplaying her outfit, and she says, you know, she's has more than I do in that section. You know, she has more boobs than I do and that kind of stuff. So yeah, Miko is just hilarious when she reacts to these things. It just wanted to give you guys another little positive thing amongst all the weird riffraff that happens nowadays. For all of y'all waiting for something like Virtual Mero, who's going to be doing Fuwamoco Adventure, they're popping out. As you know, I had covered everything that they've been doing so far. All these things, the cooperative gameplay of Bao 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 Bao, which is very cute. You have all these other gameplay aspects that I have shown here. And Mokoko's like, huh? And there you go. All the things here. Today I bring you the most exciting update yet, integrating Fmod and rebuilding the entire audio system around it because Unity can't handle split screen audio in any reasonable manner. This is not exciting. Oh my god, that is frustrating. For them, for him, to go through all of that and have to do that all over again, it's very frustrating. I do not feel like it is anything positive for him to have to go through it, but he does it because he wants to make a good game. Now here we go. True cooperation, the menus. Here you have a little bit of the menus there. Resume inventory multiplayer, online, split screen. So there you go. You got some split screen stuff. It's very good. And again, it is Virtual Mero. Fuwamoco Adventure is coming eventually with a philosophical flourish. Kato throws himself upon his sword, quietly take to the memes. So yeah, it is a wonderful creator here who is doing it solo as far as I know. So this is definitely a big undertaking, but it looks wonderful as is. Today we have Irys, who several days ago, after her birthday live was done, which she postponed until after Fest. She is a member of, she was a part of Project Hope. Then she became became Council Risk, which was joining Council with Irys. Now she's a part of Hololive Promise, which is the EN that became after Council. Council became Promise. She did something with MOTSU. MOTSU is very well known for all of you who know about Initial D and you know about MFGhost, which I have covered in my other channel extensively. Every single episode they come out, I always come out with some kind of shortening of it, you know, some kind of highlights of the races and stuff like that. I've been into Initial D since I was a child. Watched all of them, read the mangas. I don't have the mangas, but I read it online. If you know, you know, that type of stuff. Watch the movies, even watch the IRL movie, the live action movie, which wasn't that great. Watch the live action movie. So what she did is she did this. He is a legend among the scene for the Eurobeat. See, he is a legend, and it's amazing that he became a part of this. Of course, this is their stuff, and let us listen in to a little bit. I will, if you hear any crunchy audio here or anything like that, any kind of weird audio or any of me blurring out portions, it's because I was hit by a copyright troll again. The hip sway has become something of a thing for her now. She is forever her thing. He is Eurobeat royalty, and there is a little bit of everything. Of course, if I have to, I will end up probably messing with the sound a little bit in order to make it easier for it to be seen by you guys. And of course, very, very excited about this. It is amazing. She is now thoroughly in the Eurobeat scene, and as well as Hololive does. Remember, they did have that Eurobeat album a while back, so of course, that is amazing to see. As many know by now, because I've covered it, if you didn't, the Armis boys are having their 3D showcases about a week apart. So recently we've had, of course, other people already have it. The first one, I believe, to have it, as shown here, was Crimson Ruse, then it's Goldbullet, then it's Gerard, Octavio, and then a collab. So right now we're talking about Goldbullet, who is big boy with a big gun. And let's take a look at what they have here. And of course, in every single one of theirs, they go and they are able to express the artistic freedom and have whatever they want. So let's take a look.
Why don't I go ahead and show you very quickly? All right, get a load of this. Oh my God. All right.
Yeah,
sorry
popping
about
out.
That. This guy's heavy. Behold the bubbies. Come on, you're familiar with them, right? Because of these little dudes, I'm always waking up in great spirits. Thanks to them, I wouldn't be a good sniper if it weren't for this little chunk.
And there you go.
Not the bowl of... What the... okay, let me just go ahead and grab that and... Ooh, hey, Bobby. Sorry about getting you there. Didn't mean... I hope you don't mind if... 3-second rule, right?
Pretty much.
It's good.
To bet something that valuable, are ya? It looks like it's worth just as much as you say it is. I could wipe wear that with that bad boy.
I love that they got all of this. Like, he's just continuing with the creativity. You have...
How many more, I said, goddammit?
You have, you know, the competitions, the one-on-ones here. And you have all these other characters in here, of course.
Let me spell it out for you. This place belongs to you and your comrades. Now, come on, you one fair.
And there you go, having him sleeping. Just skipping through it, of course, because it is a 50-minute stream, and I'm not going to be able to go through 50 minutes of this. So there they go. They're all having their little relaxing time.
Having so much fun here on this stage. Once again,
And it is nice. He did seem to have a lot of fun on the stage. I recommend you watch it if you're a Goldbullet fan, and I do recommend you watch it if you want to see him enjoying himself and the hard work that they put in to doing all of this. Big congratulations to Gibby, Goldbullet, for doing this, and also for Hololive and Holostars, the cover in this case, and Holostars, for allowing them to be as free as they are in their creative stances, in the creative things that they're doing for these specific 3Ds. So I do hope that he continues to grow, and I do hope this continues to be a very big success for him, and I will show you the other ones as they come about. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. I do it because I love this community, and I want it to be a positive space, not for clout or anything, just because I want to push people up, not tear each other down. Today we're talking about Blushie, the Magic Fae Dragon. Let's take a look at their Twitch right now. They say here, mischievous dragon girl, variety streamer, gaming is my happy place, and you're welcome to join me. Let's take a look at some of their just chatting that they had recently.
Necessity. I had to buy I had to buy some new clothes for myself.
Oh dear.
What was that?
That duck.
What was that? What was that? What was that? Did you guys see that? Did you see that? Did anyone see that?
I did see that.
What was that? There was a giant duck that fell from the freaking sky, and it landed on like 50 ducks, and
that was nice. That was funny. That was funny right there. So, of course, we're going to take a look at their Blushie Fae here, who is taking a look at, you know, yandere ASMRs, other type of ASMRs, Valentine's dates, things like that. That is what they're putting on their YouTube side. They do gaming, ASMR, and they're a VTuber. So, of course, thank you so much for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news, or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.